Hi, I'm Mishti Max and I'm here to share this metallic silvery lip with you. I wore it with my Surfing with the Alien inspired look, which you can check out in the description box. And after I finished applying the metallic silver, I decided that I wanted to bump it up and go with a 3D lip. I call this one Armoured Lip Art because it kind of reminds me of like scale armor. To start off, I'm priming my lips with MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base. Then, because there's not usually a silver lip liner out there, I'm going to use this Milani liquefied pencil in silver and draw all over my lips. I'm getting the color on there with the side of the pencil, then using the point of the pencil to define my lips. Also use a cotton bud if you want to clean up the edges. Don't forget to remove any excess from the inside with a cotton bud by sweeping it between your lips like this. For the silver lipstick, I'm going to mix together this OCC lip tar in Ice and the Sugarpill Loose Chromolust Shadow in Tiara. I'm going to squeeze out some of the lip tar on the back of my hand, then scoop out some of the loose silver pigment with this lip brush and mix it together till I get a good consistency. You may have to go back and add more lip tar and pigment till you get what you want. So you should end up with this thick, creamy consistency. And then I'm going to paint that on my lips. Then, to make sure that's all set really well, I'm going to grab some of the dry pigment and pat that over my lips. I'm using the small end of the Naked 3 brush here. Then, because this lip isn't shiny and metallic enough, I'm going to grab this glitter, which is Eye Candy Sprinkles in Jawbreaker. It's this awesome silver fine glitter. Then I actually like to get my fancy little finger and dip it into the glitter, then pat it over my lips to make sure that there's as much glitter on there and also that it's all set up well. So this is the lip that I wore out to the Joe Satriani gig. I've worn this lip out and eaten with it, and it actually stays on really well. But since I was on a silver metallic kick, I thought I would try these hexagonal studs from some nail art website. I'm taking this whole little baggie and also ScraPerfect Embellie Gellie along with Duo Lash Glue. I'm squeezing out a dollop of the glue on this little bit of plastic so I can let it get tacky before I apply it. Then I'm going to use a cotton bud and dip it into the glue, then dab it exactly where I want the studs on my lip. You can fan the glue a little bit and then grab the studs. I'm using Embellie Gellie because it's easier to pick them up that way. I'm starting with my Cupid's bow to try and get that shape down. And then all I've got to do is cover my entire lip, dabbing on the glue, then using Embellie Gellie to pick up the studs, pressing them on, then using the back of the stick to manipulate the orientation, then getting the studs where I want them. You can press down with your finger to make sure the studs are stuck down well. I tried to fit the studs next to each other, but I wasn't being obsessively precise and just wanted to see what it looked like with studs all over my lips. I'm doing this lip in sections so the glue doesn't get too dry and won't hold on to the studs. I had a lot of fun experimenting, and this was actually pretty cool to do. It was kind of time consuming, but the ScraPerfect Embellie Gellie makes it a lot easier. Some people ask whether I'm scared I'm going to stick my lips together, but that's not really how the false eyelash glue works. You have plenty of time to play around with it, and it's not like super glue, it comes off with makeup remover really easily. I'm starting on the bottom lip now, and I'm starting from the outer edge. Placing the glue on with the cotton bud, as I have been doing, and then grabbing the Embellie Gellie and sticking it onto a stud, then cramming that on my lips. I find it easier to grab some of the studs in my non-dominant hand and then use the Embellie Gellie to pick them up and place them on. You just have to make sure that the studs are shiny side up so you can pick it up from the front and then dab it directly onto your lips with the base against your skin. You can use tweezers to pick up the studs if you want, but I find that really gives me a hand cramp and it's not worth even trying. Embellie Gellie is really cheap and it's worth so much more for the ease of application. The best thing about using the Duo eyelash glue is that it dries clear, so you don't have to worry if you get some of the glue on the studs. This look kind of reminds me of shiny silver honeycomb. I love all the hexes everywhere. And now lastly onto the center of my bottom lip, closing in those two sides of beautiful silver shiny metal. Now the design isn't exactly symmetrical, but the cool effect is still there. It does take a while to do these lips, but actually I find once I get in on the rhythm, it feels good and I just have fun doing it. It was really satisfying to place the last few studs, and I actually used that entire little baggie. I haven't actually counted and I'm not sure how many studs I used, but I'll leave that up to you if you want to count every single one. And that's the end of that delightfully armored journey. I really love silver lips because they're so unique and you don't see many people with the balls to go out with metallic silver glittery lips. You can check out the eye look I paired these lips with, it's linked in the description box. I really loved how this looked, and it kind of felt all weird and cool and funny with the studs all over my lips. It's hard to explain the feeling. It's sort of like your lips are numb because when you touch them you can't actually feel your finger, but it feels kind of like cold at the same time, in a good way. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I guess I'm getting really obsessed with sticking stuff to my lips, and I love it. I hope you enjoyed this 3D lip art and subscribe for more tutorials.
Click the little boxes.